So yeah, with the Bears, it's killing me because again, obviously a huge Bears fan, and
Well, I am too. Bears are my second team. I mean, I root for them just as much as I do the Cards, and it's painful to watch. So,
now the one thing I do want to mention with the Bears. So last year the Bears picked up Chase Claypool, right?
yes.
Bunch of hubbub around Chase Claypool and how good he is. This is his fifth season in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Never had 1,000 yard season. Um, I think his longest catch with the Bears is like, and don't quote me on this, but because I looked at this earlier, but I don't remember. It's like 39 yards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds about right.
Yeah. He had catches with the Steelers for 85, 85, 89.
61.
Yeah, I mean, just
Yeah.
huge, huge, huge plays. And I'm not seeing that. And I guess what kills me is what's all the hubbub, bub?
Bub. Well, I mean, first of all, they're not throwing the ball down the field. I mean, that's number
They're
one.
not throwing the ball. Period.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So they're not
Say it.
throwing the ball down the field. We talked about it last week when
I get a
Fields
little
had
excited.
37 pass attempts, three over 20 yards. I mean, that's
Mhm.
just ridiculous, guys. Fields had 99 yards in this game. He had a junk touchdown to DJ Moore. If the Chiefs weren't up 41 nothing at that point, he wouldn't have thrown that touchdown. I mean, I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, and going back to we talked about Cincinnati and how they took Jamal Williams. I almost said Jamal Williams.
You
Can you
did.
believe that? Anyway, Jamar Chase, how they took him and moved him in different places,
Yeah.
and got the ball in the hands of their playmaker. That's where the Bears have a problem. They have an
They
identity
do.
crisis. They don't have a quote unquote playmaker. It was supposed to be Fields, and now Fields is expected to sit in the pocket a little bit more. And
Well, he's getting the time in the pocket is a problem. It's not the fact that he doesn't have time in the pocket. It's the fact that he doesn't know what to do when he has time in the pocket.
I understand that. But the thing though is that so he's expected to be in the pocket. That's not where he's comfortable, right?
No.
Okay, so more they should be moving him around. They should be doing different things with him. He's not quote unquote their playmaker,
Yeah.
but he is going to be their playmaker if they let him be. That's the
Yes.
problem.
I agree with you completely. So
I mean the defense. I don't even want to talk about the defense because it's horrible. But yeah, I mean,
what
there's,
defense?
yeah, there's so many pieces to this puzzle that still need to be put together. We've heard rumors about a lot of Bear upper management getting cut and a lot of
There was a GM today, and it didn't say it was anonymous because it was Yahoo Sports. They said a NFL GM said that there's going to be heads rolling, that there's going to be multiple firings in the Bears organization coming
well,
up soon. So
and you know what? The thing that I have a problem with that is the Bears are notorious for not firing during the season.
yeah,
If I see that happen, then maybe I'll be a little bit more excited about it. But until Virginia McCaskey gets fired, which she can't be,
right. You can't fire the owner. Daniel
um,
Snyder would have been fired long ago. So would
right.
have Jerry Jones, Al Davis.
The
Rest
list
in
goes
peace.
on and on.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, it until that happens, the Bears, I don't see anything. Last year I would have said the Bears are probably about 2 or 3 seasons from being a playoff contender.
I
Right?
agree. I agree.
This year I'm saying maybe 4 or 5 years. It's gotten worse and worse and worse, and I think they've overcompensated. There's just a plethora of things going on in Chicago.
And I think our faith in Fields, and I think Bears fans' faith in Fields, and even that organization's faith in Fields is waning by the day.
It is, and you see Facebook and all these other social media, and they talk about the Bears games and all these different groups, and and you can see it that people are getting impatient with
Yeah.
Fields, and people are already getting impatient with the entire Bears organization. It's not a good thing. You've got to turn this around. Don't become the Jacksonville of a few years back.
Yeah, exactly.
This is getting out of hand. It needs to stop. Anyway, okay, I'm off my
Okay.
high horse now. I'm off my soapbox. Let's talk about
All right, so if you guys did notice like a weird edit in there, funny news. Maybe not funny for me, but we had to stop the recording because someone ran into my car while we were recording. So
Yeah,
yes,
my wife came in and when she comes in, I know that there's
our
something
wife
going on.
came in.
No, my wife.
Okay,
shut up.
okay,
She's
okay,
mine,
whatever.
Anyway, she had to stop the video for a minute, and yeah, we little bit of an accident out there.
Yeah, so if my season isn't going bad enough, there you go.
Yeah, well, could be worse. I mean,
Yeah.
I have 6 losses in 2 weeks on my league, so it could be worse.
Could be worse, yeah. You got to think positive, right?
You did win this week on your fantasy league.
I
Right?
did.
Yeah.
And going back to my last thing about the client that said, "Quit being so damn happy." Sir, I'm always happy. So you got to be you got to be
Are you
positive.
happy
So
right now?
I'm not unhappy, Alan. Okay, you got to be positive. So
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's do the Womp thing.
let's do the womp. All right, so we're gonna do. Did you just snort?
No,
Oh,
did not. I wanted to, but I didn't.
I think you did.
Should I have?
Maybe. But anyway, last couple weeks we did it differently. We're gonna stick to our old game plan because that was so bad for us anyway. But we're gonna pick. Do you want to run the board? We got 5 picks
Okay.
against the spread or over under. How's that? We can't pick the same one for the same game. So I got 10 games on here. I think.
Now, didn't you have something else peppered in on these, or no?
I did. I was going to. I was going to pose a question: Fields or Geno? Because I was invested heavily in Fields in the beginning of this season. And guys, Geno's out there in the waiver wire. Hey, I need that to write down our picks, Alan.
All right.
Not that they're going to mean anything, but I'm leaning towards Geno now. I think I'm going to pick him up, and until things get better, I'm going to probably bench Fields going forward. What do you think?
Did you see Geno's stats last week?
I did.
Not impressive.
Not impressive. He was a top 5 quarterback last year, though, with less weapons than he has this year. So,
Okay. Joe Burrow, top 5 quarterback last year. Same weapons. I'm just saying. I'm not a Geno Smith fan. You know that.
yes.
Right now, I'm not a real big Justin Fields fan either. No offense, Justin.
Yeah. Well,
But
he's throwing the ball down the field. One thing that Justin Fields is not doing. He's looking down the field. So, that's all right.
I mean, frying pan fire. You
Yeah.
know, whatever.
I mean, neither one's going to win me the league, but
Right.
I'm thinking about going for Geno. There's nobody else out there on the waiver wire. I'm not going to pick up Tyler Bagent. Okay, Tom. So quit telling me at work that I need to pick up Tyler Bagent because it's not going to happen.
Good fantasy advice.
Yes, from somebody who doesn't play fantasy nonetheless. So,
Oh, I love it.
all right, well, let's get this Womp going. So,
All
we're
right.
going to do our bet predictions. You know what? Why don't you go first since I filled it out?
All
So,
right, let's do this.
there's some decent games on here. We say that every week, and then they turn out to be real stinkers.
Yeah,
But
so Las Vegas and Las Vegas and the Chargers
all right, so here's how it works. The second team listed
is
is
the home team.
is either the favorite or I wrote either plus or minus. So that coincides with the second team. So
Okay, well, thanks for explaining odds to me. I appreciate that.
you can't read half the time.
Las Vegas versus the Chargers. The Chargers are apparently negative 5.5, so that means they are favored by 5.5.
They're not negative 5.5, but they're minus 5.5.
No, they're negative. It's a negative.
Okay, they're
sign.
negative 5.5, but you're negative.
47.5 on the over-under. I'm going to go with the over-under on this one. I'm going to go with
Okay.
under on the 47.5.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a run game. I think both teams have a weak run defense, and I think this is going to be a clock killer.
Yeah, and with Mike Williams now out for the year, that's one more weapon that Herbert doesn't have.
Yep,
So
exactly my point.
okay, yeah, that is a pretty high over. I was looking at that. The only over that I would not dare touch the under is Miami at this point. I mean, you could have it at 146, and I'd be like over.
Yeah, yeah, and then they come out, winning by 10.
Yeah, 95 to 85 or whatever.
Right.
Oh, they only scored 139 this game.
Oh.
All right, so that's a yeller, old yeller.
Oh yeah.
Minnesota, Carolina. Minnesota minus 3.5, over 45.5. I like the over on this. I think Carolina's starting to look real good now. Granted, yes, it was with Andy Dalton. Okay. Thielen, man, he's really cemented himself, in my opinion, not necessarily Allen's, because we had to talk about this, as the number one receiver. I'm going to take the over 45.5, Minnesota, Carolina. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Like a good pick to me.
And you know I hate taking unders because they screw me
Yeah, I know.
100% of the time that I take them.
Me
so.
too. So that's why I was like really shocked with that one. Oh look, same game. Oh no.
No, it's not.
if I get the same one, can I do the same one?
That's like Mountain Dew green right
Oh,
there.
that's my
Or
favorite.
Monster Energy green. Probably isn't because of the way you
Denver
said
and
it.
Chicago.
Oh God, is it really?
Yeah. The Bears are dogs by 3.5.
At home, isn't that sad? Like going into week 4 in the season, seriously, and you would have thought, man, Bears would have been 6-point favorites. Maybe Denver's a bad team. They just got beat by 50.
I was gonna say either Arizona or Denver would be a hard one for me to pick this one.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna go with the
You mean Chicago or Denver?
no, I mean against Chicago.
Oh
Either
yeah,
one of those two
I
teams
gotcha.
against
I
Chicago.
gotcha.
So I'm not gonna go with the spread on it. I'm gonna go with the over under on this one.
What is it like
also.
6.5?
It's 12. No, I'm kidding. It's 46.
Wow,
So-
really?
Yeah. So I'm
Oh my
going
God.
under on that one.
Yeah, I would take the under
So-
all day on
so-
that.
The unders have it for me so far. Go, my
God,
man, go.
46. I wrote it, so it's got to be true. That is bogus,
Oh, yeah,
dude.
you never write a line,
Yeah,
would you?
that is bogus. 46. I don't think the Bears have scored 46 points all season, have they?
No.
No. All right, so that's green again. So,
Opponents
oop,
have
it's
that.
stuck.
Oh, it.
No, it's okay. Ooh, this is a game. Miami Buffalo. I'm not even touching the spread. 53.5 over all the way.
53.5.
53.5. That's high, but this Miami
Wow.
team is amazing, guys.
You should take the under. You should take the under.
No,
Take
50.
the under.
You could put it at 63.5, and I would take the over.
Fine.
Is that a new one?
Denver and Chicago. Oh, no, wait, it's the orange one. Look at that.
The Orange Kid.
Oh, Cincinnati and Tennessee. Cincinnati's favored by 2.5, and the over/under is 41 on that.
Where's the
one.
game at? Is it Tennessee or who's
I
the
don't-
second team listed, Alan?
I don't know if you would put it that way. Oh, it's the second team listed. Oh, see, you didn't mention that.
His home.
Tennessee is home.
Okay, so they're plus 2.5.
Yeah, they're plus 2.5.
Okay.
Man.
What's the over under on that? It's Cincinnati
41.
2.5. 41.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the over on that.
Okay.
You don't like that, do you? I'm gonna go with the over. On
I do because I think Burrow's one step away from being fully healthy, and we saw what Jamar Chase could do. He had 15 targets.
this week is the week Cincinnati breaks out.
I-
This is it.
I hope so. I think so. I do, but
This is it.
more so I hope so.
Yeah.
Because it's got to happen soon, guys.
Yeah. This is it. They put it together.
Oh, I got a
the
new
pink
one
one.
too.
Look at that. All right.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, let's see what stinker I can get. Oh, this is a stinker. Atlanta, Jacksonville. Atlanta, man.
Who's favored that game?
Jacksonville -3. I'm not even touching the 43.5. Jacksonville, they're gonna get their shit together. Jacksonville -3. I like it at home,
All right, I'll take it.
even without Ridley. So
I'll take it.
okay. Well, you can't take it because I took it.
Oh, look at that.
It's the Orange Kid
It's the
again.
orange one. Oh, this is a good one. This is a real good one. Thursday night football. Detroit and Green Bay.
Ooh, that game. I don't know. That game I think is going to be a little better than people give it credit for. Don't you?
No.
No. Okay.
Um,
It's good while it lasted, guys. All right, where's that apocalypse
so,
mask?
So Detroit is favored by 1.5
At Green Bay, right?
at Green Bay.
Yes.
Yeah. So 46 is the over under. I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna take Detroit
Minus the 1.5.
minus the 1.5.
Okay. Okay. I would have gone that way too. I don't think I would have touched that over under with a 10-foot pole, dude.
No.
Or a 12 or 14 or any of them. So,
No.
all right. Anyway, with the telephone pole. All right. Is that a new
Okay.
one?
It is.
Oh,
Yes,
thank God,
wow.
man. We're awesome.
That was really close. I didn't think it was gonna stop.
Said no one ever.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. God. Arizona, San Fran. San Fran -14. Over under 44.
Wow.
I'm going to take the over because San Fran may put up 42 points. They may beat the Cardinals 42-3.
Wow.
So, yeah, I like the over on that 44. Ayuk he's going to be back from everything I've heard, hopefully. So, yeah, don't let that Dallas game fool you guys. My cards are bad, okay? So, I think San Fran might put up 40 by themselves.
It's very possible. It's very possible in that
Yeah.
game. So yeah, I wouldn't touch the spread on that either if I were you.
Yeah,
So.
14's a big number.
Oh, look at that! Wow, stopped really
I know,
awfully
yeah.
suspiciously, didn't it?
Whose wheel? It's your wheel, so I mean,
Huh?
We need to oil that up or lube it up or something.
Tampa Bay and New Orleans. New Orleans is favored by 3 and 40.5.
So that's basically a pick 'em because they got the
Yeah.
automatic 3.
Yeah,
So,
so 40.5 is the over under.
huh.
So that could go either way on the spread. So I'm going to go with the over under on that, and I'm going to go with over on that.
What is it, 40.5?
40.5.
So
yep.
Tampa Bay over 40.5.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. I kind of like that over. I like Tampa Bay though. Tampa Bay is playing really good, even though they got beat by 2 touchdowns last night to Philly. But I like Tampa Bay. I would have maybe taken that +3.
See, I'm not big on Tampa Bay at all this year.
Okay.
I'm just not.
I still got Mayfield fever, guys. As much as I hate to admit it, I got the poster on my wall and everything.
Oh,
So,
brother.
all right, here we'll do the last one here. So this is gonna be a big spin. Ready?
Yeah. No, you gotta spin it till it actually lands on it. Could be here a while, guys.
Oh my God, it did it!
Yes, high five. I love that.
That'll never happen again. And by the way, so Seattle. Oh my God, Seattle, New York Giants. New York Giants are actually favored 1.5. Over under 47. I don't want to touch that over under. It could be.
That's terrible.
That could be a game last year. Remember when Seattle and Detroit went 48-45, and then that game could be.
That over under is terrible.
Yeah, that game could be like 6-3.
Wouldn't touch it with a 30-foot pole.
Seattle, I think they're playing better. I like Seattle right now. That offense is high powered. They're not in the same league as Miami, of course, but that offense is really putting up numbers. So I like Seattle +1.5. I still can't fathom why they're +1.5, even though it is in New Jersey.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I hate to say that every single time. New Jersey. It's in New Jersey Giants Stadium.
We've been talking all this time about all these terrible teams in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Giants, Bears, Cincinnati,
Arizona,
Cowboys defenses last week.
Yeah.
All this stuff. You know what we should talk about though?
What?
What to do if you have injuries.
Yes.
So I'm going to put you on the spot here, and you feel free to put it back on me.
All right.
What are some of the players that you would recommend if you have a David Montgomery, if you have a Joe Burrow who's injured but still limping around, if you've got a Jalen Waddle or whoever you have that's injured right now, what are some players that you might have stashed away on your bench, or maybe have free on the waiver wire that you might be able to get?
So this is a tough question for waiver wire because a lot of the leagues that we've seen, the waiver wire is super, super, super thin.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about tight end because there's a guy on the waiver wire right now that we are shocked in the league that we are in is still on the waiver wire.
Yeah.
So we're not going to say a name because
we don't
the rest of you are
away.
idiots if you don't get him. So,
yeah.
Tutu Atwell, I kind of like. Kupp is still going to miss a game or two. Tutu had a ton of targets last night, even though Puka had more yardage. So Tutu is a sneaky one. There's not a lot out there. I've seen.
Atwell's another one you might want to look at too. He had a pretty good game last night.
Yeah, Tutu Atwell. I like him. And Kadarius Toney, he's still, yes, he has the hands of brick, but he's still out there in a lot of leagues.
So Kadarius Toney is one of them that I had in mind as well.
Okay.
Also, Sky Moore is another one.
Yes.
Even though he had a bad game,
he's been dropped in a lot of leagues.
He has been, exactly. So maybe for the free agent wire or the waiver wire, you might be able to get him there. If you have him stashed on your bench, take a close look at it because yes, he did have a bad game, like I said, but he is a good receiver. He's quick, he's smart, and he's going to have some good games for you. So take a close look at his matchups.
Yeah, and there are a couple running backs still out there. Now, I don't know how relevant this first guy is going to be in that high-powered offense. I mean, Mike McDaniel, I don't think he's going to switch things up that much if the running game is going as it is. But Jeff Wilson, guys, he's going to be back in a week or two. Mm-hmm. Now, Mostert and A-Chain, I think it's Mostert's job. Mm-hmm. Okay? A-Chain is a secondary thought, and then Wilson maybe a complimentary, but they each scored 4 touchdowns, guys. Yes. Jeff Wilson in that offense is going to be relevant. Yeah. Even if he's the number 3. And another guy that I just don't know why people gave up on him after week 2 when he got injured, Justice Hill. He's the goal line guy. He's going to be back. You know, he's upgraded to questionable this week. So if he comes back, even if he doesn't come back this week, next week, without Dobbins out. So you got Gus Edwards. Yes, he got more volume because Hill was out. Hill's the goal line guy. Lamar's going to get him down there.
Yep.
So I like Justice Hill. I didn't drop him last week when everybody did. I still think he could be the number one overall in that offense next to, or he's not going to be Dobbins' numbers, okay? But he's going to be the number one over Edwards, I think. So those two guys, Jeff Wilson, he's available. Pick him up. And, I mean, anybody in that offense, I mean, shoot. I would take the third tight end almost in that offense, and Justice Hill. Jeff Wilson, Justice Hill. I don't see quarterbacks. There's no quarterbacks out on the waiver wire that are really worth anything.
Let me give you a running back here real quick. And this is somebody that you may or may not have on your roster.
Okay.
And somebody that could be serviceable. And
Okay.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. There's actually two of them. There's a tight end and a running back I want to talk about real quick.
All right.
The running back first is going to be Ezekiel Elliott. I know everybody's going to go, oh, Ezekiel. No, listen, hear me out. He had 75 yards ish this last weekend. Or
He
this last
did
week.
against a decent run defense.
Exactly. And Ramondre is not living up to expectations so far. Okay, that could all change. I get it. But Ezekiel is somebody, if you've got him stashed away, you've got injuries, he might be a good fill-in. I used him this last week. He was somewhat serviceable. Not great, but enough to give you some points on the board. So just keep that in mind as well. The tight end that I want to talk about, Cade Otton. I know I've mentioned him time and time again. He's getting looks. Yes, he had a couple drop passes last night or the other day. No big deal. It doesn't matter. Get Cade Otton on your roster if he's not already on your roster. If you can get him in a sneaky little trade, try to get him in a sneaky little trade. But he's going to be a good tight end for Tampa Bay.
I agree with you. What do you think about this though, Cade Otton? If Baker Mayfield goes out, I think his value drops dramatically.
Yes and no. I'm going to say yes because of the quality of quarterback changes. I'm going to say no because the plan or the plays don't change. They're still going to have tight end plays worked into their playbook. It's going to be an easy dump off for a different quarterback. So yes and no. It could go either way, in my opinion. But Cade Otton's got the talent.
The reason I say that is because I think Baker Mayfield is the only quarterback I've ever seen, not named Steve Young, or Peyton Manning, that has thrown more to tight ends than Tom Brady. So as long as Bayfield. Oh my God! Now I'm.
You mean Maker Bayfield?
Maker Bayfield, Zuck you Markerberg or whatever. But yeah, he's gonna go to tight ends. He does it. He's done it his whole career. So yeah, I like Cade Otton. I really do. But if Kyle Trask is in, I just don't know.
Okay, fair enough. But anyway, that's my two sleepers. If you got somebody that's injured, you need to get somebody on your in your starting lineup. Couple ideas for you.
We'll tell you the tight end next week who's on the waiver wire.
Yes, we will.
I think we're going to probably get him. So
I'm dying to tell you. So
yes. Cam Akers is available in a lot of leagues still.
He is.
So we'll see.
All right, what do we got up next?
Hopefully the police come in and file a police report on my car that got hit. But besides that,
if they don't, then like, subscribe, and share.
Subscribe, and share.
If they do, like, subscribe, and share. Okay. But actually, yeah, please. Like I said, we've had some new people like, subscribe, and share for us, and we appreciate that. Please, do the same thing for us. We love getting our name out there, our faces out there, and just having fun with this whole thing.
And you know what? To that person who hit my car, get bent.
On fantasy football.
But not on fantasy football
But
also.
not on fantasy football? Okay. But yeah, get bent on something else.
Yes.
But anyway, so please do. Please like, subscribe, and share. And, I think the Bears will probably be a much better team when we come back next week. So we'll have a lot to talk about. A tale of two teams again. But if you don't like that, then get back.
On fantasy football. I can't believe you said the Bears are going to be better. There's no way.
You know what I wanted to say? I was going to say, you know what? Josh is not really taller than me. He's just got this freakishly long body, and I've got a shorter body.
And this big gut.
Oh, yeah, that too. Don't forget that. All right. Well.
All right. Bye, guys. All right, the Bears will win this weekend.